Hi, this is Caleb Colley, and today we're going to show you how to make a basic lighting studio setup with equipment that you can either find at home or buy for very cheap. Alright, first thing you'll need is a camera. You don't necessarily need a high quality, high-end DSLR, but something that has manual control over exposure will look very good. Next thing you'll need is a tripod to film yourself and help stabilize your footage. You also want lights. Currently we're using cheap $30 LEDs, but I'll be showing you how to set up a studio with these LED and fluorescent light bulbs. You're gonna need some type of microphone, either a lapel microphone or a bigger shotgun mic, which is what we're using right here, an audio cord. Both of these are great because you can plug them directly into the camera and you don't have to worry about battery or charging them because they use phantom power. Light stands, these are pretty old and rusty. We're gonna be using a studio light holder to plug in these lights, but you can also use a cheap lamp stand or something you have at home. Preferably you'll want to use some type of softbox or diffuser to soften the light a little bit. The one we have here is really cheap. It's only about like $20 or $30 and it opens right up. You put the light inside and it diffuses the light and softens it up. Alright, let's go set it up. Setting up a studio is a lot like getting ready to paint. A lot of it is setting up, and it's one of the most important parts of the shoot. Now we found a place to set up the lights. This is going to be our background. So now we gotta set up the lights and clean up the background a little bit. Alright, this is the setup with basic equipment. I think it looks really good. I'll walk you guys through how we made this and all the equipment we used. It doesn't matter what kind of tripod, whether it's $5 or $500. As long as it's sturdy, you're good to go. Because we're in a bit of a tighter spot in the corner, we're gonna need to use a stand and this extension to kind of extend where the light's gonna be so that it's not really obviously in frame and we still get that nice hair light. We want to have as much control as possible, so we have this blackout curtain here because it's natural light. We can't really control that, and it'll add a bunch of unnecessary colors and things that we don't really want for our studio setup. So we have this big blackout curtain to kind of help keep that under control. Next is our key light. We have 3 cool fluorescent bulbs with 1 warmer fluorescent light just to add a little bit of color and warmth. We used an adapter to control the fluorescent and LED lights, so we actually unscrewed one to dim it a little bit so that it could be closer to my face and not be overexposed. You can use all 4, or you can use only 2 or only 1. It just gives you a good amount of control. One important tip to remember is to keep the bottom of the softbox at about eye level. The bigger the light and the closer the light source, the softer it's going to come on your face. Because auto white balance can fluctuate and change, it's important to set one white balance and make sure that your colors are as accurate as possible. This is our backlight / hair light. It's nice and cool, and it balances out this side of my face compared to the key light. It helps light this side of my face. And because we didn't use a modifier or anything, it actually acts as a nice background light to help light what's behind me. We could use a modifier to get a more direct hair light, but we didn't for the sake of using a background light. You can literally use anything as a modifier. Here we have a tin can, and it completely changes the look of the image. To show you guys, we added a modifier to the hair light so that you can see it a bit more directly. Today we're using a Movo like mini shotgun mic with a dead cat on top of it. You can find these or whatever brand of mic really cheap, really simple in whatever country or region you're in. What we're actually using for the microphone is a very simple selfie stick. It has 1/4 inch male and 1/4 inch female parts so that you can simply just screw it into your light stand and set up your microphone on the other side. Because we're using our mic a little bit further away from the camera, it won't be directly attached onto it. You want to use a bit of a longer cord so that you can kind of loop it around. You want to make sure that your cord is kind of hidden so that you're not tripping over it or anything. You want it to be as out of the way and simple as possible for the sake of convenience. So the further away you are from your microphone, the more you'll want to turn gain up, which is it's actually like ISO for sound. The further away it is and the more you have to turn it up, the more outside noise there's going to be. So you want your microphone as close to your face or whoever is talking as possible while being just out of frame. If you liked this video or found it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment to let us know what else you want to see. Follow for more lighting setups like this in different locations and different equipment. Thank you so much for watching this video.